like to invite the next session chair. That's Harry. He's going to be taking us through materials and biomaterial science. I think Harry, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah. So let's welcome Harry onto the podium as he takes us through the next session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ivy. I think I want to quickly comment on the session that just ended. I think as Africans, talking about synthetic biology is very relevant to talk about the bioinformatics structure or infrastructure on the continent, because I think it's one of the driving pillars for enabling for enabling synthetic biology. So for that reason, we cannot be having any conversations around synthetic biology without having to talk about one of the drivers for enabling that. So thank you very much, Dr. Stephen Opio, for leading that session. I think to delve into the next session, we're going to be receiving presentations from well-seasoned speakers that are doing really amazing work in the fields of biosciences, biomaterials, and not just that, but also that are leading efforts in generally democratizing the use and adoption of biology on the globally, and also trying to do stuffs on the African continent. To start off the presentation for this session, we're going to hear from Bhavna Pandya, who is head of the Bioriidl India Institute, which is one of the first DIY bio lab and biotech business incubator based in Mumbai, an innovation catalyst at the Riddle and chief organizer of Darwin Conference. She's one of the successful community leaders who are paving a path for biologists to seek lab facilities, guidance, and opportunities to create their own projects and startups. She has raised about $500,000 funding and for her lab from BIRAC, government of India. She's leading 5 research groups currently, which are based on 5 trust areas, and these include honey, silk, microfluidics, biomaterials, drug discovery, and mentoring 28 startups in food, agriculture, healthcare, industrial biotechnology, and synthetic biology. She has 1 patent published on her name, and some are on the way. Also, she has successfully graduated Bio Academy course from Fab Lab Foundation, run by Center for Atoms and Dates at the MIT Media Lab, and is a Bio Academy local instructor in India. She has initiated various projects in biomaterial science and has also practiced the research with designers through one of her initiatives called BioFashion Show, which has helped fashion designers to adopt biomaterials in the form of clothing and accessories. Without wasting much time, I would want to invite Bhavna Pandya to present to this audience. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible. So I'd like to share screen here. Can you all see my screen?
Not yet. We can see your screen. Yeah, we can see that now.
Okay, great. So before I start about the work that we're doing on biomaterials, I'd like to give you all a quick introduction about Bioriidl and what we do with it. So Bioriidl is the first DIY bio lab in India, which we started in 2015 with a vision to create an open science space for biologists, bioenthusiasts who would want to work on a project or test out their ideas, since it is very difficult for these biologists to go back to academia, since they are not a part of academia anymore, or they can't do the work in the industry as well. So they need to have some space where they can go and create projects, ideas, everything. So with that vision, we created this DIY Bio Lab in 2015. Then we had 35 members in the initial days, where these members developed the project, which then turned out to be good startups, good community-driven science projects, citizen science projects, and that's how this Bioriidl as DIY Bio Lab started. And then we also approached government and other stakeholders that we are doing such amazing work, and we did not have the facility that time. We had just a space. So this was the space with which we started in 2015. And after showing our work to the government and also other stakeholders, we got funding of about $500,000, and this is how the space looks like now. So I'm very proud and glad to say that now we have created this 8,550 square feet facility for our members, startups, innovators, researchers, everyone who would want to contribute in the field of biosciences. This is the place for them. So we are based in Mumbai, India, and here we invite a lot of students, a lot of researchers, startups, community scientists, everyone to come and get access to the space at a very, very minimal cost or no cost. So this depends case to case basis. So, like I said, Bioriidl supports innovators, researchers, and accelerates startups. It is also supported by BIRAC, which is a government of India responsible for biotechnology initiative. Then we do a lot of community building activities. We have 5 research groups, and Biomaterials is one of them, one of the research groups that we have at Bioriidl. Then we also have a student team who participates in IGEN. We do community conference, which is Darwin, which is going to be coming in the month of December. Then we also have trust areas decided as per the facilities that we have. We support innovations and startups in healthcare, biotech, agriculture, food, life sciences. We do a lot of programs. So we have a Bioriidl membership program where if someone wants to try out their idea first and then access to other facilities, then we give them this Bioriidl membership. We do acceleration programs, we do a bio entrepreneurship program, we have a lot of internships. Then these are the sources of funding for our startups. Since we are already supported by government, it was easier for us to get access to other funds as well from the government for investment into the startups. So we have BIRAC Seed Fund from again BIRAC KDT. There's big grant which is from ideation to prototype stage. Then we do also new invention investment program. So this is run by our students itself, and then they analyze these projects and startups. And if they find these projects and startups very potential, then they decide to invest in them. Then we have Nidhi Prayas, which is a 10 lakh, which is INR 10 lakhs grant for ideation stage. Then there's Nidhi EIR, Entrepreneur in Residence. So this is like a salary stipend per month, from where you can invest some amount into projects too. We also have a source of funding from CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. So some companies, they give us CSR, and then we invest the CSR into projects and startups. So the impact that we have created in past 3 years we have 30 plus incubated startups with us. We have published more than 20 plus research papers. We have created 75 plus jobs and also filed 10 patents till now. Now I'll talk about the biomaterial industry. So we all know that how textile industry is growing day by day. So for now it is $480 billion worth at present, and it is expected to reach $700 billion. And we all have been doing shopping and buying different types of clothes. There are different types of materials available in the industry, but some of us may not know that all these 5% goes into the landfill space, which is all consumed by textile waste. And there are 20% of fresh water which is polluted by textile industry and trade. So this was the very first problem statement that we identified in this textile industry, and I chose silk industry first, since India is the second largest producer of silk. So I went onto the field. We analyzed some of these problems. Like they require a lot of boiling water. They boil off these fibers at high temperature. And as we all know, that silk fiber is made of two proteins, which is sericin and fibroid. So even if these proteins they get affected by the high temperature, and that's why. And also the third problem was they release the water into the environment without any treatment, assuming that does not contain harsh acidic or alkaline chemicals. Then, I mean, these were the problems that I identified, and then I worked on a project which is also a startup right now. It's a cocoon. So cocoon was made to replace this existing conventional method with a biological method with minimum or low intervention of human interference in the industry. Also, you don't have to throw anything away after the process. So I'll just quickly show you a one video which will give you the glimpse of how cocoon cocoon can be used to solve these problems. Yeah. So this you saw. So here you saw this biological treatment of cocoon. In conventional method, you normally keep the silk fiber in the NaCl and HCl firstly in NaCl, then in HCl for a day or two, and then after you remove it, then you boil it with soda, alkali, and then use a lot of water to remove that soda, alkali from the fiber, and then you dry it. So here we actually also reduced the time from 2 days to 6 hours. Plus there is no wastage of water. Even the water that you're using to wash the fiber, it is also reused and also recovered for sericin. So sericin is also used in cosmetic and hair care industry to make conditioners and skin products. So this is how we are trying to revolutionize this silk industry with cocoon. Then we also understood that after this replacing the treatment, there are different synthetic materials which are being used by the textile industry, and this is creating this mess. So we again worked on this problem, and we worked on this vegan leather. So vegan leather is there are different types of vegan leather. We started with kombucha leather, which is known by the world. So kombucha leather requires zero use of chemicals and metals. They also remove the method of slaughtering animals, and they are more sustainable than animal leather. And how it is more sustainable? Because so we tried different methods with different materials, and we first developed this basic kombucha leather, but then we realized that a lot of challenges again with this leather. So we worked on the composites, where we integrated these natural fibers with kombucha leather and also different types of apple leather and other varieties. And after composites, it actually overcame all the challenges that normal kombucha leather has. So we did that, and then we also worked on plastic, edible plastic. So here we again used fruit peels. We again used the spoiled vegetables, everything which is waste. We used that and we converted that into edible plastic. So that actually helped in reduction of litter. They lower the carbon footprint of plastics. There's also possibility of using a local resources. And these are the edible plastics that we worked with. We tried different textures, different materials, different designs. And here you can see the texture of these materials. Then there's this biopolymers. We again worked with biopolymers to create accessories in the space of jewelry. So I'll show you the next. So these are the biopolymers. You can use different designs. You can use different colors. All these, the color that we used was wood color, so it is not toxic to the environment. Then with that idea, we created this bio fashion show. We introduced bio fashion show in 2018, where we trained these fashion designers on how to use these biomaterials, how to create jewelry out of biopolymers, how to integrate vegan leather into the clothing. Everything we did boot camp for 3 months for these fashion designers. Then they came up with their own designs, integrated biomaterials, they integrated bio jewelries into their designs, and then they presented their designs and during the fashion show in January, like after 3 months. So here you can see, the patches and the designs that you can see is of all biomaterials and bioplastics, biojewelries. So what it does is it creates coexistence of environment and fashion. They also use make use of biodegradable materials, and also their possibility of local resources. So here you can see even the jewelries that you see here is of biomaterials. The basic fiber, we asked them to use a natural one because we want to promote sustainability in textile industry. So they used cotton, and then on that cotton they created different designs, different jewelries, and integrated biomaterials and bio leather in the clothing. So this is the first ever bio fashion show that we did in 2018, and it is still on. Because of pandemic, we are not able to conduct such fashion show right now. But once the pandemic gets over, we will be introducing it again to the fashion designers. And I've heard feedback from these fashion designers that they got amazing feedback from the world where they have presented these designs, and everyone found it very unique and very sustainable approach in the fashion industry. So with that note, I would like to conclude the presentation here. If any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.